Well, there's been a lot of hubbub in the past, if you haven't been keeping up, about Gen Con staying in Indianapolis and whether they would be opening a sister convention or moving altogether. And the latest update is that they have right now they're renewed up to the year 2020. And they have put forward a contract suggestion, that's not the right word, but for lack of a better word I can think of right now, suggestion to the Indy tourism board there for a year renewal from 2020 to 2021. And normally that would be a much longer renewal. It'd be like 5 years probably, something like that. So,
like what they have now.
Right, it's just a 1-year contract, which is interesting for a couple of reasons, because one, it obviously puts in their head, well, it seems like they're really thinking they might not be there for longer than a year. And two, if by having that year-long contract, it also gives them a lot more leverage in that they can kind of scare the city into giving them more of what they want if they know that any year they could up and leave. But the city might also potentially even reject the
1 year demand to hire.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's
it's definitely interesting because we have to recall one of the big things that sort of started off the Gen Con moving to other places was when Mike Pence was actually in charge. You
mean Vice President-elect Mike Pence?
Who's now Vice President-elect. So it sort of seems a little pointless to move because it's no matter where you go.
I also loved when he became the vice president nominee that I know something about politics because of our board game show. It's kind of funny. But yeah, so that definitely painted an interesting picture.
I know it's a very scary thing for them because I think the article I read said Gen Con was one of the top 2 biggest money drawers into the city. I think the other thing being the races.
Right, right. Yeah, it does huge numbers for them. So I mean, I think they want it. There's no question that I think they would sign any contract they give them because it's so successful for them. But yeah,
and that's really where speaking English, why Gen Con only has the ability to even bring up a 1-year contract. Most places they'd be like, no, go somewhere. Right. It's because they bring in so much money.
I wonder why. If they're that unsure about it, because 2020 is they still have 3 more Gen Cons. It almost seems like they would just say, we're not giving one.
I'm assuming just think of all the work to go to a new state.
True.
The spacing, you have to look at your numbers, estimate your growth. And right now, it's a big place.
Yeah. And could easily be in have another building added to it if they wanted to.
I mean, I want you to just imagine if they tried to fit that in the Javits Center in New York City.
Yeah, it'd be a disaster. I don't have to imagine. It's called New York Comic Con. No, that's true. They need that prep time. So that's another bump on the road. We'll see what happens. We'll keep you informed, but it's looking more and more likely that they're going to be moving somewhere. I know Chicago's been one of the hot potential topics of movement.
My only requirement is that it has a place with lots of space.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I'm asking. I'll find my way there. Alaska, well, crud.
That would be, But Hawaii? Sure, put it in Hawaii. That'd be fun.
Well, that's still a long ways away, but...